Hello you all. Welcome to this new edition of Lectio Musica, the place for great lyrics, great music and great meaning. My name is Guylain. I'm a Franciscan friar from Canada. Love rock music for a long time now, especially hard rock, metal and prog. This series of Lectio Musica, we explore a song, one song per week, a new song most of the time, and it's the case this week. I don't think I ever heard Élan. The only album of Nightwish I knew of was Dark Passion Play that I heard in 2008. And I listened, I loved the album Storytime, Showtime Storytime. I don't think Élan was on this one, because I think Élan came after that. We will see anyway. If I recognize the song, as usual, I will tell you. So what we will do, as usual, we'll listen to the studio version with lyrics first. Second, I will make an analysis of the song, and I will do something else, something special for you today. I will really describe every different step that I take in the analysis of the song, and I will tell you as well when I give my opinion, to make a very clear distinction of where is analysis. So, of course, I can make a mistake in doing an analysis, and especially I am not familiar with references. When Thomas make a reference to other books, this I cannot know that. So, but you have been very faithful in giving me those references, and I really thank you. And usually when you do that, I pin you up in the comment section. I appreciate that so much. Of course, I don't have all these references when I do the analysis. I do, like we say, I make an analysis of the words at plain value. Sometimes I can feel that there's a reference to something, but it is bound to be on the words only. At the end, as usual, I will react to a live version. I chose one you suggested me, the version from Buenos Aires. So it will be a nice video, I think, and there will be many things that we will be able to continue to discuss, I'm pretty sure, in the comment section down below. So let's go immediately to the presentation of the lyric video. The lyric video is made by a fan, so sorry if there are, I don't know, I don't think that the sound is too heavily compressed. It is a little bit, but I would bet that it is the original mix and compression done for the song. And we will go immediately. Are you ready? I am. And really eager to look at this song. Never heard, I'm pretty sure. So let's go. Very, whistle blow, very Irish. Again. Very Celtic in sound. Oh, beautiful flute.
Creatures yet unseen, finally
introduction again. Yeah. Same pattern as the intro. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Come, chase the one, raise the blind. He will guide you from the light, riding on till the end of time. Come, surf the clouds, race the dark. It feeds from the rise and down. Meet me where the cliff reaches the sea.
The intro. Small variation. Yep, small variation.
Riding hard and it should
Modulation.
come to life.
Change of tonality, if I'm not mistaken.
Beyond the docks, come drink deep, let the dam of my sea travel with weighty land, dance a jig at the funeral. Come, taste the
Yeah, there was a modulation.
raise the blind. They will guide you from the light, riding us till the end of time.
Yeah. Right.
Come, surf the clouds, raise the dark. It feeds from the rocks undone. Meet me where the cliff breaks the sea. Come.
Very Celtic. Very. Yep. Yeah. Well, here I recognize Thomas. Thomas completely. Here it is. Some people were a little bit either disagree or shocked when I said that the melody of Weak Fantasy was very repetitive because every line was the same melody. Here, there are variations, even if the two first or three first line are close. Every time there's a small variation, both in the phrase we say and in the melody, just little alteration that keeps the interest. And you have this, and you have the changes, and again, melodically, the intro, the inter, and before the bridge is very close. The intro and the inter are the same with the flute. Before the bridge, there are a few variations, and then, if I'm not mistaken, the modulation, what we call in French a modulation, I don't know if it's the right word in English, a change of tonality, going a little bit higher, one half tone or one tone. I didn't take the time to listen to that precisely, but it goes a little bit higher, so it gives a little impression of, usually it gives intensity or emotion a little bit more. You have the bridge, and then you have the chorus. So, and it ends with the beautiful theme of the song played the Irish way. They have a beautiful, beautiful tradition of acoustic hand-picking guitar in Ireland. It's really, everything is, the signature is very, very Irish. So let's go and dig into the lyrics of the song, and I think it will be quite interesting. See you in a minute. Okay, we are back. Let's dig into the lyrics. As you know, it is a song taken from the album Endless Forms Most Beautiful. We are in this short analysis, and I remind you that there will be a reaction to a live version, the one in Buenos Aires. Let's enter into the lyrics. Verse 1. Leave the sleep and let the springtime talk in tongues from the time before man. Listen to the daffodil tell her tale. Let the guest in, walk out, be the first to greet the morn. The meadows of heaven await harvest, the cliffs unjumped, cold waters untouched, the elsewhere creatures yet unseen. Finally, your number came up. Free fall awaits the brave. So this is very beautiful, of many, I would say, natural things and phenomena. So let's enter now the lyrics more closely. Leave the sleep and let the springtime talk. Leave the sleep and let the springtime. Springtime, then it was winter. Winter, hibernation. There was a long hibernation. Now let the spring, the awakening of nature, talk to you. In tongues from time before man. Yeah, nature will talk to you in its own language, own term. So you'll have to be attentive to listen to nature. Way before man, you understand. Listen to the daffodil. Daffodil is simply a beautiful flower. In French, the name of the daffodil, I have it here. It's the jonquille. Okay, so I didn't know that. I had to look at it. Tell her tale. So let the flower talk to you. Let the guest in, walk out. This is beautiful. So that you can listen to the springtime and to the daffodil talking to you, you have to go out. But in going out, you let them in. In where? Not inside your house. Maybe there are daffodils in your house, but it's within yourself. So the house of your own heart, let them come in. Be the first to greet the morn. Be there at the very beginning. Morn and springtime talks about beginning. Yeah, the beginning of the morning or the beginning of a season. The meadows of heaven await harvest. The meadows of heaven, there I would see two possible interpretation of this, and tell me down here what you believe. In my region of the world, in our countries, valleys with meadows can be endless, and they will touch the heavens. So it could be for me two things. It could be the fact that the fields are ready and they reach all the way up to the sky. They are infinite and they wait for harvest. Harvest from whom? Could be a good question here. It could be the harvest from men, but it could be simply the end of a cycle. And here I would tend to say, because I already know human nature, you know how the song Harvest talks about the end of an era, the end of a cycle. I would tend to think that here the meadows, humans did not do anything. It's simply that these beautiful valleys and beautiful lands full of nature and of all kinds, they will end waiting for harvest, and you will be harvested as well by nature. That's how I would see cycle in nature. The cliffs unchamped, the cold waters of the. You see why I think it's the harvest in its natural, untouched way, because everything seems to be describing a nature's untouched. This is a song that could be written by a person from Quebec, because most of the territory is untouched, 85%. But if you go in a country where it's inhabited for centuries, you don't have that many forests untouched. So this is the description of a man who lived in wilderness in a way, who has access to wilderness quite easily. The elsewhere creatures yet unseen. There is a lot of unknown in that world, and especially I would say that of course on the land there's unknown, but in the sea, oh, a lot of unknown creatures. Finally, your number came up. So in all this nature, let the nature talk to you. And what will it say? Is that you are there. You are there, and your number came up. That's something that we've seen in endlessness of human nature. A spark of life. You are there. And free fall awaits the brave. So there's a fall for the one who is brave, who is courageous. What is that fall? We will see. I have an idea, an explanation for this understanding of fall. Maybe you have another one. So please feel free, as always, to comment. The chorus now. Come, an invitation. Taste the wine. What is the wine? I think it would be life. Enjoy life. Raise the blind. What is the blind in that context here? Who is the blind, I would say? The one who does not enjoy nature? That could be an interesting point of view, eh? The one who doesn't go. So the blind is the one who doesn't listen to nature. That could be it. I think that would be coherent with harvest again, where the blind, the greedy ones, they are there, and they have beauty beyond poetry to admire and appreciate, but they don't care about it. Raise the blind. Raise them here also is go beyond what they do, the blind. They will guide you from the light. Do you see the beginning in this? Do you see the beginning of noise? You remember this baby brought on an altar and covered with a system of the digital world, and he sees nothing of the beauty around him. All he sees is what is presented to him through the digital world. So the blind will guide you from the light, the one who doesn't. So that's why I think the blind is the one that is not in nature, as if a human being closed, apart from nature, will be a blind. He doesn't listen, and he's blind. He doesn't see as well, and he will guide you away from this. Riding north till the end of time. North, it's an old English word. I've seen that here and there. It's quite rare, if I remember well. If I'm not mistaken, it's the equivalent of nothing, or I don't know if in English when we say enough said, maybe it's a contraction of enough said. That's enough. Or that nothing is there. I don't know. But one thing I know is that it's void, it's emptiness. I'm pretty sure of that. So writing a lot of, and I think, if I'm not mistaken as well, I should have looked for that, but it's also synonymous to zero. So writing zeros, would that mean accounting? The world of money, the world of, I don't know. But it seems to refer to the voidness away from nature till the end of that. So all they do is they're writing. Void. They're writing void. We will see that you are called to write your own story. Come, surf the clouds, raise the dark. So raise the blind. So the blind are in the dark. And they are part of the dark. And the dark feeds from the runs undone. For those who don't go far enough, those who abandon on the way, those who will stop on the way, the darkness feeds on that. So by keeping people away from that. And here is something interesting. Meet me where the cliff greets the sea. Now there's a you and me. They will guide you from that, but I will guide you on the right path. And it is on the cliff, where the cliff greets the sea, where there's a big difference in height. And in front of which you will have, I think, a big vertigo. This is what you say in English, a vertigo. So, away from the blind, but come with me. Who is me? Is Nightwish. It's Twamis. It's so. And I'm away from the blind. I am bringing you to the light. And I certainly do not write zeros. Let's go. Second verse. The answer to the riddle before your eyes is in dead leaves and fleeting skies, returning swans and sedulous mice, writing on the garden's book in the minute of a lover's look. Building a sand castle close to the shore, a house of cards from a worn out deck, a home from the fellowship poised and calm. Write a lyric for the song only you can understand. There are one or two sentences or lines I don't understand well in this song, so I will need your help to understand better. The answer to the riddle before your eyes, where were we right before? We were with you and me. We were on a cliff by the sea. The answer to the riddle before your eyes. What is the riddle there? I remember the song How's the Heart, where the cliff by the sea was synonymous of the passage from life to death. Was pretty much so. I wonder if here the riddle is not the riddle of death, understanding death. So the answer to death in front of your eyes, in front of you, is in dead leaves. Yeah, well, death is, you have the answer in dead leaves. Let nature talk to you. So in dead leaves, this is what happened. This is what will happen to you. Fleeting skies, everything is going fast and going away. The clouds, you see them, but they will go. They will go. We say in French fugacité. I think in English you say that rarely, fugacity. everything passes. Returning swan, they come back, they go. The little mice, they stay, and they are writing in the garden here would be the whole of creation, as I can understand, the whole of nature. In that book, they are writing a story, and in that book of nature, there's the lover's look. So the lover's look is part of that nature. Building a sand castle close to the shore is again an image with a house of cards from a worn-out deck, the passing of time, and the fact that everything can come to an end rapidly. Here would be then the frailty of life. And this frailty is a home from the fellowship, poise and calm. I wonder why it's a home from the fellowship, poise and calm. For me, maybe it means that the fact that you see this frailty and the riddle before your eyes of your own death, you are basically a little bit by yourself in front of death, away from fellowship. Is that ultimately you are in solitude in front of that? Poise and calm because you are preoccupied about your death. So I would like to hear you about a home from the fellowship, poise and calm. I would have said personally a home for the fellowship, poise and calm, but maybe I don't understand that on this one. Write a lyric, write a song. The lyric for the song only you can understand. So only you can understand what you live in that context. Write your own story. Don't take other people's story. Maybe that's what it means ultimately. You already know the chorus. Let's go to the bridge. Riding hard every shooting star, come to life, open mind, have a laugh at the orthodox. Come, drink deep, let the dam of mind seep, travel with great Élan, dance a jig at the funeral. Riding hard every shooting star would be simply to either let your imagination as traveling with the shooting star just in an instant in the sky, or it means riding a shooting star is that you are yourself a shooting star. You are an instant in nature. Come to life. If you accept that condition, you will come to life. You will have an open mind and have a laugh at the orthodox. I will make a small analysis of the world of man and the nature, man, human race and nature. But it seems that everything bad is in the human society. Everything good is in nature. And maybe and you are called to come with me, you and me, by the cliff. So only a very personal connection, but no crowds. And I think it's very consistent with everything we saw before in Thomas's writing. There is, yes, a distance. There is usually the city is not presented on the good side, I will say. It's complicated. It's there's a lot of things, responsibilities there. The world of dream, the world of nature, much preferable. The world of personal relationship It's very important in this. Either it's love interest, love relationship, or friendship. Come and drink deep the wine that we have in the chorus. So enjoy life, I would say, to the fullest. Let the dam of mind seep. As if in our mind there's a dam. And I remind you, it's on the same side as the Orthodox here. So as if the right thinking of others can be in your own mind, but let this righteousness or self-righteousness seep, let it flow, let it go away, and travel. So the Orthodox in the dam in your mind, it's probably but because others, because they have a dam, because they are Orthodox, they are not able to travel. They are not light, they are heavy. They are sedentary, I think you say in English. And then you will have a great Élan, you will be free. And dance a jig at the funeral, I see two ways to interpret it. Is it my funeral to dance in front of my own life? That would be a connection, direct connection with harvest again. It could be the funeral of the Orthodox, of the dam. It could be the funeral of the human world that is passing by, while on the other side, nature speaks for millions of years. What do you think? Both make sense from my point of view anyways. You already know the chorus only mentioned that you have a last come at the end, and then, oh, I forgot to write it down, but I wrote it here. There's a small extra instrumental. Well, let's talk about it then. So this is what I will do. I will have pages where it's written analysis. What I did already until now is an analysis of the song. I do not express much opinion, unless sometimes I might say a few words, but generally speaking, I made an analysis of the song, and I can be wrong on the analysis. You just tell me, and you already know, those of you who are on this channel, that I don't really care if I'm right or wrong. I really do want to make sure that I understand the song as well as possible, and that's why I will pin up people saying exactly the contrary of me. I really don't. My ego is really not there. I really want to understand, and everything that can help me to understand, I'm happy to read and to react to. If you write on my channel, expect to be written back. I will tell you if I don't agree with you. I will tell it, but I've never been disrespectful. I don't think so. I will say I do not agree. I agree. I will tell you why usually. So yeah, I hope you understand that if you write on my channel, I will react. So the structure of the song, a very nice intro, Celtic sounding intro for the music. I think there are 2 cycles if I'm not mistaken. There's the verse, a long verse, a long chorus, a repetition, almost a complete repetition of the cycle of the introduction, and again a long verse 2 and a chorus, and then the main theme of the song is taken again, but a little bit differently, and I think there is a progression towards the modulation. I think the modulation, I should have looked at that, comes with the bridge, and it continues in the chorus, if I'm not mistaken. Modulation in French, I don't know if it's the same in English, is change, the shift, the tonality going a little bit higher. And then the last chorus, and the final extra. Nice, the theme played by acoustic guitars. Beautiful. So this is analysis. This is not an opinion. I think it's the simplest of all Nightwish songs that I've listened to. I don't remember seeing any simpler song than that. Most of the time, Nightwish, even in a very simple structure, they will add something. And this simple structure that you see there is common to pop, rock, mainstream songs. So it's a rich melody. It's Celtic of influence in the arrangements with the presence of the different, I think they say whistle flute or whistle, Irish whistle. Different kind of flute. I think it's a wooden flute, not a thin one. But anyway, still, it's in 4/4. It's not the Irish jig that they talk about, the Irish, which is a 6/8. There is an élan, like we say in French, which is enthusiasm. There's a movement. There's an invitation in the music itself. Just a small note, this is a song in which Yuka would have excelled, by the way. Kai is perfect. Perfect. Yuka is imperfect, but in the good way. He has a jump in the way he plays that brings to life everything. And when a song has jump, he is especially excellent in these songs. In terms of lyrics, leave the sleeps, leave hibernation, and let nature talk to you. Come to you, let nature come to you. Go out to let it in. It's very interesting. It's a very nice sentence there. So, and also there's a call to be courageous, learn and write for yourself. Write your own life. Don't take the words of others. You will have to leave something, to let the dam of your mind seep. So probably there are things in your own life and mind that you will have to let go. Laugh at the orthodox. Come to life, open your mind, and travel with Élan. So basically, this is what you have. Now, let's present the two sides that you have in the song. On the right-hand side, what is already there in nature? You have it, springtime, nature talk, outside and inside of you, beauties, the unknown. And you are in nature. You are invited to take back your place within nature. Come with me. Where is the cliff and sea? Surfing on the clouds and so on. And I am there. I am there. The one who wrote the song, I am there at the cliff in front of the sea. Okay? So this is the side of nature, I'll call it like this. The human society is mostly depicted in the chorus. It's a blind. There are blinds. You are part of that society, but raise them. And these blinds, because they say raise the blind, but after this, they say they keep you away from light. They're writing enough, void, till the end of time. They're doing void, maybe calculation, very non-important things on the scale of nature, of course, till the end of time. Raise, and for the author, it's also darkness. This is darkness. And it feeds from those who abandon on the way. Okay? This is the human society. Well, let's continue now with the nature. This is what is already there. The answer to the riddle of life is in dead leaves, in fleeting skies, in swans and mice. Their writing is in the garden's book, in nature itself, and in Lover's Look. Sandcastle, House of Fugacity, everything goes very fast. Fellowship, poison calm, when you will give me an answer, maybe it will not be there. Maybe basically you are alone in front of, or if it is like I think that there could be poise, calm, and fellowship in front of all this. and you write a song that only you can understand. Okay? Don't forget that the chorus is repeated, and this is what you have in front of it. Again, the human society with everything that you see on the left. Okay? So come and don't stop. Don't stop, because the race against the blind and darkness is when they stop. And this world feeds on those who stop to walk. Interesting, eh? Again, here we will have the human society, but let's see what is in the writing, shooting star, come to life, open mind, have a laugh at the orthodox, which is part of the human race. On the other side, the blind, away from light, come drink deep, let the dam of mind seep, travel with great Élan, dance a jig at the funeral. So you have, in this song, you have to make a choice to be part of the human world that is depicted, or to enter into nature and with human relations that are according to nature. That's how I would read it. Now, this is the analysis, okay? Now, let's dig more in my opinion, okay, of the song. For me, the evocation of the human world, apart from the closeness of a lover or in friendship, is pretty grim. The void, the darkness of the human world, of the blind, of the orthodox, they are away from the light. And for me, you will see an echo of this in the song Noise. The experience of nature on the other side, abundant and beautiful, where is open-mindedness and lucidity on one's death, we are then part of nature when we are lucid on our own death. The answer of the riddle is in the dead leaves and the fugacity of everything, and it makes me think of side B of human nature. The appreciation of nature as being ultimately something that will bring life to you. Isn't that right? So it's a very good song. Melody-wise, in terms of lyrics, meaning, is it among the great song of Nightwish? Personally, I don't think so. Is it material for a single? Oh yes, it is. It is built for mainstream radio. It's for a metal song. It's very, I would say, listener friendly for everyone. So yeah, it's a good song for single. Is it the greatest song of all? No, but it's a beautiful song. A very, very good song. Still in my opinion here, The Cliff by the Sea, for me, is the passage from life to death, with probably, as I can see, nothing after. And it's hard to accept. For the author, there's nothing after, so it's hard to accept, yeah. There's a vertigo on the cliff, but there's a courageous step to take, is to accept that you will die. Personally, of course, as a man of faith, I recognize myself almost completely on the nature side and not in the society, because as a religious man, as a man of faith, the man that he depicts is the one I didn't want. You know my story a little bit, eh? I was in physics at the university, and for me, in the 80s, physics was used for the race for armaments. I didn't want to be part of destruction. Religions can be used for those who want to dominate the world, but science too. For me, I really did, from science to religion, to choose life, to choose goodness, to choose beauty. And it's really what I experience every day. In fact, as a Franciscan, that's what I wrote. I'm called to be light and free. Exactly what the song calls for. This is exactly what Saint Francis asked us to do, to be light, to travel, to go towards the other, to meet others, to serve the poor. So, and also, Francis of Assisi, he lived in nature. In Ireland, they have Saint Quevin, who lived in nature. He was friend with the animals and nature. And Saint Francis has a song that he wrote about brother sun, sister moon, and sister flower, and all this, where and he is talking in a way with the animals, with nature. It's exactly the song. So for me, there's no doubt in my mind that I am certainly not on this grim world that we see up there with close-mindedness and no, I am truly on the other side. So I'll be completely with Thomas on this one, except that I am a man of faith. That's the difference between the two of us. But for everything that he talks, that we see in nature, I'm right there beside him. So I'll be the one to be at the cliff. And to be frank, as a Franciscan, we have an expression to call this the conscience of death. The conscience, it's very old. It goes all the way back to Saint Francis. The clear conscience that our life could end now. And to keep this conscience is not something grim at all. It is to appreciate the moment I live and to find true joy in this. And I see that in that. Enjoy life as you have it, like it is. Be at peace with your own frailty. Be at peace with your own limits, and you will enjoy freedom. And I think it's pretty much a good recipe for real freedom. That's my opinion anyway. So there it is, dear friends. So let's go now to maybe I will just say a few words. Don't forget that the next song, oh no, it's not Élan at all. The next song will be, just a second, I'll tell you that. It's, I think it's, yours is a empty hope, something like that. Yours is a empty hope. Let's just make sure, to be absolute sure. Yours is an empty hope. So that will be next week. So yours is an empty hope. Always from the album Endless Forms Most Beautiful. I want you to remind you that there is French, English subtitles, but for 3 weeks now, I have also Finnish subtitles. So there's Spanish, Portuguese, Dutch, Finnish, Romanian, and Italian. And we have the studio version with lyrics, the analysis of the same song, and reaction to a live version, as usual, every Friday, 1:30, the hour of Quebec, Montreal. And I know there are changes in the time as we speak. So best way to not miss it's to subscribe. Click the subscribe button and the little bell right beside it. You'll be notified as soon as the video comes out once a week. I'm not the kind of guy with 3-4 videos every week. No, once a week. It will come out and you will have the notification as soon as I put the video on my channel. So let's dig now into the live version of the song. I'm really looking forward to this because, of course, I appreciate the energy. For Week Fantasy last week, there was a big gap between the studio version and the live version. I really appreciated that. So let's listen to the live in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, a tenor, not flute. beautiful, with alteration.
Sleep and let the springtime talk. Time sometime before now. Listen to a daffodil tell her tale. Let the pianist walk out, be the first to breathe the void. Matters of heaven await harbors. If some jumped cold waters untouched, the oats were creatures yet unseen. Finally your number came up before they reached the grave. I know you will sing with us. Bring it on! Come, taste the wine, raise the glass. It will guide you from the light, lighting us till the end of time. Come, surf the clouds, raise the dawn. If it's
Come and enjoy life, huh?
The answer to the riddle before your eyes is in dead leaves and fleeting skies, turning swans and sedulous nights, lights on the garden's roof, in the middle of a lover's loop, building a sandcastle close to the shore.
See, little variation every line. It's nice. It's beautiful. This is a well-written song. Yeah, you see, it's beautiful. Troy participates in the band vocals. Beautiful. Wow, precision mixing. For 2 sentences when Marco sang the word, he was louder, and then he went back in distant to make the back vocals with a lot of reverb. It's beautiful. Great work from the musicians, from the those at the console or the mixing table in the studio. First time I see that, no doubt in my mind.
Wow!
But
Now that is epic singing. Thank you.
very nice.
Woo!
Very nice. They don't have the little guitar extra in the that they have in the studio version, but it's beautiful, beautiful. You know, yeah, a call to life, a call to lucidity on our own limited passage on this world, and to enjoy it to the fullest. I agree with that completely. In fact, right here you don't see it, but I have the best windows in the house turning towards the east and the south. And every day I'm up at 5:30 every day. So I see the sun, I open my window, I smell the calm of the nice city of Three Rivers, and I do that, and I love it. and hope as soon as possible. I always said in my life, "Oh, I'm a man of the." We say a night bird in French, an oiseau de nuit. I live for the night. I did that for many years, but now I know that my happiness is to be living in the light and in the day. So, for now, I say bye bye. See you next week for. I named it a little bit earlier. I don't want to go through again. Yours is an empty hope. So we'll see you next week. Bye bye for now.